Hey everybody, this is my first tutorial type video on anything like this, and so don't expect a whole lot, but this is just a way to easily do this TP heist solo. There's no fighting, you get the elite challenge a decent percentage of the time depending on where the loot is at. And it's particularly where the guard clothing is at.
Yes,
Come in through the airport.
We go at your command.
You pick up whatever you need at the airport, grab a grappling hook, very important, and guard clothing on the way down, and then go in the compound, get your loot, walk out of the compound. It's a really easy way to do it. Now, I'm not an expert at this game, so some people might look at this and go, dude, you should have done this, you should have done that. That's fine. Leave suggestions in the comments or whatever, because that's good to know. Weapon loadout, I always use crack shot. The sniper rifle is critical to this plan. So use crack shot, use suppressors. Now I'm not sure on the suppressors. It says it charges you $5 grand if you buy them here, which is true. But if you buy them during the heist prep setup, I'm not sure it charges you. Anybody can comment on that too. But yeah, if you go to weapon loadout and go suppressors, it doesn't actually show that the $5 grand is missing. I know it's only $5 grand, but you know, money's money. That's what we're here for. So Vellum, airstrip, compound entry point. They make me do the drainage tunnel. I don't care. I'm just going to go over the wall. Go on. And escape point, again, it doesn't matter because I'm swimming out. You'll see at the end how that works. You don't have to pick. I know a lot of people think you have to pick. Well, right here we got to do the weapon stash because we're coming in on a Vellum, so we need that. But a lot of people say that you have to have the submarine as the exit point in order to swim out, and that's patently untrue. So there is one key here. If the guard closes at the airport, then you really don't need to shut off the CCTV. The guard close or anything else, it makes things a lot easier to shut off the CCTV. I'm going to do it here just to show how that would work. I think my guard clothing is in that eastern dock area anyway, so. But there's a guard that patrols through there, and that's what really kills the elite challenge a lot, is waiting on that guard. He's got to be in the right place for you to kill him so that you can cut the power. But there's kind of a trick to that. Hi, Pavel.
He let us into his little island again? Huh? It's not our problem. That's how long. Check the hangar for your equipment.
So that's the trick to him. Just immediately grab your crack shot, sniper rifle, and peg him where he's at, where he spawns. It's really good. Yeah, it's really a touchy shot right there, by the way. Sometimes I fail that shot and get him too low. And because I didn't do any of the disruption things, because I don't plan on getting into a fight, it won't one-shot him unless you get him in the forehead. So be careful with that shot. Got lucky on this one, all the cokes at the airport.
Remember, there are some tools we can borrow from Mr. Rubio's stores. We have locations of grappling hook, bolt cutters, uniforms, and of course, if you find keys or key cards, bring them with you.
So that's it for that. We're gonna go hit the tower now.
Do not worry about having enough space in your bag for main objective. I have installed special compartment for it.
I also checked out, there's this motorcycle right here, and I always want to scope to see if that motorcycle is there. I forgot to look while I was killing that dude. Because that bike is actually really important. If it doesn't spawn, then you got to grab other transportation, and your elite challenge isn't going to be the easiest to accomplish. But if that bike is there, it makes it really easy. In a lot of cases, again, depending on what the guard code is.
Approaching the power station. You want to bring down the lights and CCTV. This is where you do it.
So we timed that pretty good. I didn't have to wait for the camera.
With paranoid drug lords, expect CCTV everywhere.
Yeah, camera, sometimes you have to wait for a cycle of it. And again, where sometimes I missed the elite challenge by 10 seconds or 33 seconds or something. That kind of thing can really screw it around, or missing freaking power like that.
Okay, no lights, no cameras.
And we're dark. So we'll just come here and pick up our motorcycle that we already scoped. So in this particular setup, I got my grappling hook over here by this guard tower. So again, we're just gonna snipe this guy. I hate that. I don't really want to shoot him here because...
acquired. I have your location. Once you are inside the compound, I will be able to see you on CCTV.
If I miss him there, he's gonna duck, and that's not good. Since there's no CCTV or any patrolling vehicles, I can just ride straight to this.
I love this job. Let's make some money.
There's my grappling equipment. Come here. We're just gonna snipe this guard here. You don't really have to, because he doesn't, on this path, he doesn't really get in the way. But we're just going to do it anyway. Now this building that the guard clothing is in has this guard that patrols through it. And when he patrols, he walks back and forth and then stops at each one of the doors and looks out. So right now he's coming to the left side. So we are just going to walk up the other side of the wall from him and wait for his cone to turn around. As soon as his cone turns around, we'll be able to walk in right behind him and pop in the head. You do have to get him kind of in the middle of his building, because if you get him at the entrances, they'll see him. Now, my loot bags are already full, but there's also 2 loots in this building, so if there was coke there, I would have skipped the stuff at the airport. Where's my guard clothing? Oh, it's on the outside of this building. It spawns in a couple of different places. Don't worry about this Pat guy right here, because his cone doesn't quite reach where this is. So now I got my guard clothing, and I'm pretty much home free at this point.
I must warn you, if you do find this guys, do not push it too far. You may deceive a guard for a little while, but if he looks too closely, he will know something is wrong, and the Rubio's personal guards will know their soldiers well. You will not fool them, I think.
I momentarily forgot where I parked my bike. Now, if you happen to get one where the guard clothing isn't in the, I think there's 4 spawn points prior to this checkpoint, this becomes a little problematic. And it makes the elite challenge a lot harder.
Checkpoint just ahead.
What you gotta do,
and
I'll show you here, I'm not gonna worry about the elite challenge on this one. But what you gotta do here is aim, okay? Take out the guard at this guard tower. Gotta pop him. But then when you come to these guys, wait, let me just pop him just for tutorials purposes. Okay, once you kill him, there's these 2 back-to-back guards. Right here. And these back-to-back guards, if you line them up right, you can actually kill them both with 1 shot. You just get their heads together like this. Okay. And they're both down. So that guy dropped a key card, but since we're solo, it doesn't even matter. You can do the same trick with these 2 guards too, but you can also go around them. So at this point, we're just going to hit the compound. The bike is so much faster than the supply truck and the other vehicles, so. When you get to the compound, we're just going to flow right by the guards and head to the left to the north wall grappling point.
Alright, coming up on checkpoint, nearly at the compound now. So far so good, but once you're inside that compound, anything could happen. clear head, and do not forget primary objective. We get into the vault no matter what.
I mean, we're pretty much home free at this point because there's 2 kills and a couple of points where you have to wait a couple of seconds for a guard to pat the right way, but other than that, this one's pretty much a done deal at this point. Of course, I'll say that and I'll fuck up a shot. Let's see. So we just, after we get in the wall, run immediately left. Down these stairs. This guy's going to turn to the right before I get to him.
Todavía no ha terminado. Seguro viene luego.
Hop over this
Welcome
wall.
back to the crime scene, yes? I believe you know your way around. Next up, we go downstairs.
This guy's about to turn around.
Watch out for the Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards. They patrol this area. They will know every soldier on the island. Them you cannot fool, no matter what you are wearing.
Hop over this wall. Come to the gazebo. Pop this camera. That's the only camera you actually have to take out. Walk past the pool, wait for this guy's cone to move. It is important too because as soon as this guy's cone moves, it kind of sets a lot of things in motion in terms of the timing. So as soon as his cone moves, come here, run up these little steps, and stand by these benches. There's a camera right there, and there's another guard coming on a patrol. He's not going to see you, but the thing is once he passes, that camera moves also. And so you just slip in behind him, go into this little alcove, pop this red cone guy right through here, and this is another kind of tricky shot because, again, if you miss him or if you get too low, he's going to alert and you're done. So stop right here. Get ready to pop this patrol, this red cone. This is the last guy you have to kill, by the way. He dropped the key, but that's irrelevant. You don't need a key.
You find a locked door. In my experience, you can also find the key.
Always open the safe. Gives you like 50 grand.
Always worth looking in the safe.
Keypad hack. I'm not that great at these, so this is where I also lose some time. I usually do it in about 1:10, and I know that there's other people
Okay,
that
the
do it way
fingerprint
faster.
scanner. Time to break out the tool we borrowed from the head of cybersecurity. Remember, it picks up fragments of previous scans. You just have to cycle through them to match the target print.
What did I do here? You guys are watching the worst one I've ever done. Is it this one? You guys are screaming at me right now. There it is. That was terrible. That's like the worst I've done in forever. And of course, I'm recording this one. Already in 1:10. It's a good thing I gave up on that elite challenge before to show everybody how to snipe those guys. Minute and a half.
Success! Good. Now, into the elevator. Almost there. And
Yeah.
here we are. Again.
I don't know about you guys, but for the first while using this plasma cutter, I totally did it wrong. I was like trying to hold it in the heated position and just hold it there and keep it as steady as I could. That is absolutely not how to do it. I felt like such a nub.
And bomb-proof. The only way in is the plasma cutter. One slip, you lose your finger.
you basically just
well. Just ask my uncle.
you basically just pump it, and it pops open in about 15 seconds. I was such a nub.
You know,
I'm a
we
nub.
had
in
this
a lot of
rock
ways,
stolen
so.
from the Libertonian in Liberty City. Museums do the stealing, right? Not this time.
Anyway, we're going out the same way we came in. At least out of the building. We're going to deviate from that when we get to the exit because we want to go out over the south wall. So there's no paths right here. They would have already alerted.
And the
So you
shift of
just
guards
come here,
just clocked in. Careful out there.
hop over this fence. This is the only place you have to wait, and I don't actually know if you have to because
If you see anything
this
you
guy's
like
on a
on the way
different
out,
level.
do not be shy. Help yourself.
I probably could have rolled right when I got there, but I didn't want to risk it. So once he turns, you can hop up here, come around, and don't worry about who's coming at this point because as soon as you get that notification, just start spamming right arrow. So at this point, all you're really going to do is run west. That's it. And the easiest way to make sure that you're running west is
Good
just
work.
keep that
The
end.
compound is behind us, and they still have no idea what's hit them. We are almost home. Just get out of there.
Just keep the
As my
end.
uncle would say,
God
you
damn
kill
it,
the
Cabell.
moose, you carry it home. You understand? Yes.
Yeah, the best
The
way to run.
airstrip exit point should be on your radar. The plane you used to get here is still an option for getting away.
So you just keep that N on the mini map in the exact middle on the right hand side, and that way
You know,
you're going.
this time I think you may have broken here.
You know you're going due west, and that's all there is to it. The straighter line that you can go west, the better.
Don't expect
Especially
your
for
uniforms to fool anyone now they know you're here. Attack boats in the water. Be careful.
especially for the elite challenge, because there's it's not really a tether, it's a border, and it's a square border. So the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So if you're going diagonal, then you're going to hit that border later than if you're going straight due west. And again, if your guard closed or something were after the checkpoint, you had to get off your bike and pop those 2 guards and the guy in the guard tower, you're probably not going to get the elite challenge. Or if you're particular about your loot, when it comes to chopper, it doesn't matter.
Judging from their comms, it sounds like Mr. Rubio is reaching for his helicopter again.
Yeah, if you're really particular about getting coke or whatever, or artwork, and it's just you're not going to get the elite challenge, which is fine. You're still going to go in 17 or 18 or 19 minutes. If you just grab what's at the airport and aren't particular about loot, and the guard clothing is there, you can do this in 11, 12 minutes. It's just not a big deal. You got to have the grapple, and you got to have the guard clothes, so it kind of depends on the setup whether you get the elite challenge or not, but it's pretty much foolproof. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see how long I did it in here in just a second. And again, if you got suggestions or stupid things that I did and said you could shave a minute off your time if you did it this way or that way, I'm open to that. Like I said, I've never watched a tutorial that I get involved in the community that much. So if there's better ways, let me know. I'm probably at about 17 minutes on this one. I took some time out to do some stuff, but 16 minutes and 3 seconds. So, I easily could have shaved that down and picked up the elite challenge, but for purposes of here, I think we did a pretty good job. Anyway, thanks all for watching. Appreciate it. Hope it helps somebody. Bye-bye.